One thing that I hear from people all the time who aren't in the survival bushcraft community and they're just not really into what we're into is that when we talk about fire making, they're like, oh, I carry a lighter. I can get a fire going anywhere with my lighter. Now, anybody that came to any of my classes or anybody that went out and experimented on their own knows it's a lot easier said than done when it comes to using a lighter in the field. So today we're gonna remove all that myth around it, just light up that lighter and get everything going, because if it's wet, if it's cold, it's just not gonna work. So for this video, we're gonna take the approach that people just wanna carry just that lighter into the woods and start a fire. They really don't care about learning different materials and different tinder sources. They just wanna start a fire and just carry just a lighter. That's it, zero, lighter, and they're gonna go. Let's look at how we can pick a lighter, set it up, and make it easy for them to use. So the first thing that we want to do is purchase a bright colored lighter. We don't want to purchase something that's black or brown or green, because if we drop that thing at night and don't have a light, or if we drop it unknowingly, it's very, very difficult to find. On the other hand, something nice and bright like this, very easy to find in case you lose it. The second thing is that we want to buy a Bic lighter. For all the lighters I've ever used over the years and seen students use at my classes over the years, Bic lighters have proven to be the best. And for just a couple cents more than El Cheapo ones that you buy elsewhere, it's definitely a worthwhile thing. So buy a Bic lighter, you're gonna be happy you did. The next thing we want to do is make this thing survival approved. That means take away the child-proof safety mechanism. So this silver thing that you see on the lighter near the wheel that's covering up that wheel is what makes this child-proof. The reason why is you need to compress this piece of silver metal very hard in order to get to the point that you can rotate that wheel. Because we are not children and we're survivalists, what we want to do is grab our multi-tool, take our lighter, and then just very easily pry this away. So just stick in your multi-tool underneath there, turn it up, and it will just break that thing free, just like that. And then all of a sudden our lighter is ready for survival. Now the reason we want to remove that is because, number one, if our fingers are cold or we have a heavier glove on, it's going to make it a lot easier to spin that wheel and get that spark. Also, when it comes to more advanced lighter methods, when it comes to recovering a lighter that might have gotten wet or dropped in the snow, that is just an absolute hindrance. So get rid of that thing, and then you are set to go. Now, the last thing that I like to tell people who really just don't care about anything other than just carrying a lighter along with them is to not only pick a bright lighter, pick a Bic lighter, and then take off that child-proof mechanism, but grab yourself some Gorilla Tape. Don't buy the cheap stuff, get the Gorilla Tape and wrap a little bit of Gorilla Tape around this. Now, unfortunate for me, I only have black Gorilla Tape, but because I have a bright colored lighter, when I wrap this, I still have some bright color showing. So if you're gonna get the thick Gorilla Tape and wrap this up, try to get the white stuff, or I don't know if they make pink or something that's bright so you don't lose your lighter. And then at this point, you're ready to go. So here's what's cool about the lighter being set up like this. If you really just don't care about learning about the environment around you and you just want a fire starting device, you can just take this lighter, you can strip some tape off it really easily by pulling small strands around. It'll just rip off nice and evenly for you. And then you can take those small strands and make a little ball. This ball is very easy to light now with this lighter. In any condition that you're in, even if it's wet and you can't find dry material around, this will burn long enough to be able to dry out some small sticks. Which I also did link below how to build a campfire the proper way. So if you don't know how to do that, you can click that video below. So if you team up your prep lighter with that duct tape, with the video below, you're gonna be able to make a fire in just about any condition. What's really easy to do then is just to ignite this duct tape with your lighter in any weather conditions. Allow this to burn. We have extra duct tape if we would need it, and we are good to go. We have a fire starter built right in. And there you go, my friends, how to get your lighter all prepped up so you can carry just this thing along and still be able to make fires. This is an absolute great thing that you can share with people who just aren't involved with what we are to the level we are, and still keep them safe while they're out there. If they're gonna carry a lighter, most people would take a recommendation, even if at first they're like, oh, I already knew that. Most likely they're gonna go home and they can wrap a little bit of tape on their lighter, prep their lighter by taking off that little child-proof mechanism, and then they're that much safer. And at the end of the day, when we think about teaching survival or instructing survival, we're really trying to give people life-saving skills to keep them safe when they're in the outdoors, enjoying themselves. So this was Dan Wolwack with Coalcracker Bushcraft. I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, check us out at coalcrackerbushcraft.com. And until the next video, stay in the woods with your prepped lighter. But carry fire starters and a ferro rod and come to a course.